Today we're in Torquay in Devon, and we're going to be taking you around the Grand Hotel, located right on the seafront, next door to the train station. So stay with us and we'll show you around the room that we're staying in, and around the hotel, and around Torquay as well. So we've arrived here at the Grand Hotel in Torquay, and we're now inside their parking garage, which is where you can park your car overnight for a price of £10. So let's go and check in. So we're in room 103, which is just around the corner here, through these doors I believe. But the surroundings themselves are really nice. Nice grand staircase. So let's go and find the room, and we'll give you a tour around the room. Thank you, Kev. So yes, 100 to 105 is to the left, and the others to the right. And it's saying some are downstairs as well, we'll just come up. But anyway, let's go and find the room. It's all a little confusing. And then there's what looks like another lift here. Not sure where that one takes you to, but it's got a door to it as well. But anyway, let's take you into the room. We're in room 103, and we'll show you around. So here we are in the room. It's a Seaview double room here at the Grand Hotel in Torquay in Devon. So let's give you a very quick view around the room overall, and then we'll take you around the room in more detail, showing you what's here in this double room with sea view. So let's start off at the entrance doorway. So this is a door that we've just come through. You can see the chart there, the different layout there. It's quite a quirky sort of shaped building, and we are just over here in the centre facing out to sea. So as you come in, on the left hand side we go into the bathroom, and then to the left we've got the nice size bath. And then we've got a shower over the actual bath itself. And then you've got your taps, and just there we've got a soap dish. And then on the edge of the bath we've got the towel there to put down on the floor. And then across here we've got the sink, along with some shampoo, conditioner and shower gel just there, and a bar of soap. 2 glasses, spare toilet roll, and a decent sized mirror. And then also up there we've got what looks like, it's a shaving point just there, and then you can just put your whatever it is you're charging up on the top there. So a decent sized mirror. And then down here you've got the toilet, a little waste bin, toilet roll just on the side there. Behind the door you've got the towel radiator, get my words out. And then you've got a little hook on the back of the bathroom door there. So that's the bathroom. And then out here you've got your tea and coffee making facilities. So 2 mugs. And then you've got some sugar and milk. And then what else do we have here? Got some Cornish tea by the looks of it. And they've also got some hot chocolate and some fair trade coffee. So nice little selection. And then you've got some shelves there to put your belongings on. Then in this wardrobe, a selection of hangers on both sides. And then you've got a fan and a decent sized safe there for putting laptops in and things like that. And then there's a little notice there on there saying to use the safe provided. So that's the wardrobe, and that's in like the entrance way. And then as we go into the main bedroom, you've got a decent sized mirror on the left hand side as you go in. And then there's a small TV on the wall, by a brand I've not heard of before, Logic. As long as it works and you can watch TV, I'm sure it's fine. And then round to the left, we've got the desk area with a nice chair, a telephone for, I assume, calling room service or reception. Got a guest information book just here. Some fantastic views there of Torquay in the summer. We're currently here in the winter, so it's quite dark and gloomy out today. But we will show you around some of Torquay as well. Just here we've got the, looks like from the 1980s, a clock radio. Not seen one like that for a while. So yeah, you've got that if you wanted to use that. And then you've got a nice lamp. A bag stand near the radiator there for your suitcase to go on. A couple of pictures. And then in the desk you've also got some drawers there, putting your things in. And then as we go around to the right, you've got 2 chairs and a table, a couple of glasses and a TV remote. So this is a Seaview double room. So we paid a little bit extra for this to have the Seaview. I might be being picky here, granted yes, you can see the sea in the distance, but when you pay more for a Seaview room, you kind of don't expect to be seeing a mossy roof with spotlight shining at you. But yeah, you can see the sea in the distance, but come on, is this really classed as a Seaview room? I'm sure there's better ones higher up. Yeah, you can see it, but the view's not great, is it? So yeah, had I have known, I probably wouldn't have gone for paid extra for a Seaview room if this is all you're looking at, is this roof. But yeah, you can see it in the distance, but I'm sure there are better rooms than this one. So that's the view out of the Seaview window, and then there's a connecting door there to the next room. Then over here you've got the bed with the towels on the bed. I'll move those onto the towel radiator where they should be. On the left hand side you've got a nice lamp, a switch for the main light to switch off when you get into bed. There is a USB socket on the actual base of the lamp, which is useful, which is good, but no actual normal plugs by the looks of it over there. So yeah, nice little room, dated. I'd probably class it as a standard room, not a Seaview room, but I may just be being picky there. But been in much better rooms, but we'll see what the rest of the hotel's like shortly. But let me know in the comments what you think to this room. Am I just being picky with this being classed as a Seaview room? Yes, you can see the Seaview. We've paid more for that Seaview, but looking at that horrible roof just there, all the moss on it. But maybe it's just me being picky, so do feel free to put in the comments, shut up, and and I will. But yeah, usually I pay for a Seaview room, you get a much better view than what's in this one. But there we go, so that's the room itself. We're going to show you around the rest of the hotel, and also around some of Torquay, and see what you think, and let us know in the comments what you think to the hotel in Torquay. Also, if you do like the hotels in Torquay, at the end of the video and in the comments, we will give you a link to another hotel which is around the corner, called the Imperial Hotel, which we've already done a review on, and have a watch of that as well. It's really interesting.
9 and half 5. That's their working hours, so they'd be able to help you then. What?
Lovely display of some cushions here at the Grand Hotel in Torquay, and some artwork on the walls down here. The public areas are definitely better than what the bedrooms are. So the corridors are quite dark. Where's this go? Storeroom under the stairs. So around here, lots of winding corridors. Lovely colour walls. It's like a blue and a marigold yellow almost. Nice creaky floors as well. It's like a little rabbit warren. So we've got a service lift here, and no personnel allowed in this lift. So yeah, there we go. See what's around here. So more rooms down this corridor. And just there you got the Prince William suite. Sounds very regal. And then the colour changes here to a bluish and grey colour. And then back to the yellow. So if you like your colour palettes, you're pretty well catered for. And some nice artwork. The dead end down there. And then out this way, you've got a fire exit door. That way. So we'll head back towards the lifts. And then we're going to head down what should have been the 1865, I think it's called, restaurant. We booked it online as that, but it turns out it's actually closed. So they're putting us in the bar area instead. But at no point during the booking process did it actually mention that, you know, end of the day it's fine as long as we get something to eat. That's all good. But it would have been nice to have been told. Then down this way we've got green corridors. And then back to the yellow. It's the thing with these older hotels, that it's just like a rabbit warren. So much so it's a dead end just there. So back to the green section. And then you've got your fire doors just there. And then we'll head back towards the lift and the staircase. So this is the restaurant that we're due to be in later on this evening, but we've just found out that because it's quiet, we're actually in the bar area. So as long as it's the same sort of food, that should be good. But all a bit different here today at the Grand Hotel in Torquay. For dinner we had pâté for starters, followed by pork for the main meal, and then a lovely dessert which was lemon tart, which was all absolutely fantastic, and the service was really good. So the food and the service at the Grand really good. You can see a picture now of the bar area as well. It was then time for bed, and then we got up ready for breakfast. So it's the next morning here at the Imperial Hotel in Torquay. What was the night like? Well, sound-wise, it's quite quiet, to be honest. The neighbours are really good. The rooms aren't really that soundproof as they are in a lot of older hotels like this. They're all pretty similar for that. Any niggles that we had? Yep. The shower here in this room runs cold. There's no hot water going to it. There is the bath taps and the sink taps, but if you're in a hurry and you've only planned to have a shower, then you pretty much have to have a cold shower. So that's not the greatest start to the stay. And we've been down for breakfast, which was really good. The staff and the food here can't be faulted. Breakfast was £18 per person, not the cheapest, but we didn't book it in with the price of the room, so we probably paid a bit more than what we would have done had it been included in the room rate. So overall, would we stay here again? Kev says he would. I personally probably wouldn't. There's other places in Torquay to try, and this one was rated 63rd best hotel in Torquay on TripAdvisor at the time of booking. So checked out of the hotel room and found a way down to the seafront here in Torquay, where it's high tide. I did want to show you the really nice beach that you get here. It's quite a large beach at low tide, but it's high tide, so you can't see it at the minute. But you can see the fantastic sunshine this morning on this January morning here in Torquay and Tor Bay. People even swimming in the sea today as well. And then right up there on the hill, you can see the white building, the first one on the right. That is the Grand Hotel that we stayed at last night. So really close to the seafront there. And then as we look around to the right, then opposite we've got the big field there where they have certain events on during the course of the year, and their fun fairs and things like that. Tor Abbey Sands, I think it's known as, or something similar to that. We'll put the correct name on screen. But yeah, this is Torquay for you. Really nice, quiet time of the year, but in January it's always quiet. But once you get to the summer, this will be absolutely busy and packed out in July and August. So we've actually found a very small part of Torquay Beach, just to show you how nice the sand is here. You just imagine it in the summer when the tide's out, and in the winter, but especially in the summer where it's nice warm weather. It's a really nice beach to come to, full of families. We really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do check out the one on screen now, which is at the Imperial Hotel just across the bay, the other side of Torquay. That should be really good for you to watch. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps us a lot. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these sort of videos. And we will see you next time.